Hey guys, it's Drew from Card in My Eye, and today I wanted to show you how to create these Prima baby roses. They're the little Prima roses that you might have seen from Prima, and they're pretty pricey, you guys. So I'm going to show you how to create these little Prima roses using 2 punches, or just with 1 punch if you'd like to. So this is a punch that I'll be using. This is the EK Success. It's a retro flower punch. And for the petals on the back of my flower, I like to use the EK Success Flower Punch. And so these are the smallest punch size. As you can see, they're very, very, very small compared to like this Tim Holtz inking tool. They're about the size of the end of it. So that's how big your flowers are going to be. And I'm on a cream background to show you the difference. And what you're going to need is some white cardstock, as you can see here, as well as a hot glue gun I like to use. What you're going to start off by doing is taking your EK Success, a retro flower punch, and you're going to punch out 4 of these layers. So, as you can see, I just punched out 4 layers, and here they all are right here. Once you have all 4 of your layers die cutted it out and punched out, you're going to need to use you're going to need to take your flower, one of your flowers, and you're going to do this to all your flowers to start off with. I use the end of a paintbrush here, and you're just going to hold it on the end, and you're going to push all your petals up to create a cup around your paintbrush. So as you can see, I created a little cup with a flower. If you could tell the difference between those flowers there. A little cup flower, hoping you guys can see that. And you're going to do that with all your flowers to start off with. So just create a cup with all your flowers. Another cup here. So if you guys can see the difference between maybe these flowers here, and then this flower here is a flat flower. So put it in the middle of your piece, and then start just cupping all your edges, and I just roll it on. And you're going to have a cupped edge. Do that to your last flower, but on the last flower we're going to create the bud of the flower. So you're going to roll it around a bit. Then what I like to do after I roll it around is I'm going to push in my petals and just kind of scrunch them into the center. And this just creates a natural rose effect. So as you can see, I just created this really nice little crunched rose bud, which will go into the center of my rose. And then what you're going to want to do is take one of your flowers to start off with and just kind of push it up to create a cone. And I'm going to add a bit of hot glue to the bottom of my bud. So just add a drop of hot glue, and hot glue works good. You could also use the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive or glossy accents, whichever one you prefer to use. And you're just going to stick your bud in the center of your raised dimensional flower. So it looks something like this now. My bud's in the center. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my next flower and just kind of flatten it just a tiny little bit so that my next flower will evenly set in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue again, add it onto the very end of my flower. And I'm going to place this flower into the center of my next dimensionalized flower. And I kind of offset the petals of the 2 flowers. And then I push them down just so I can get this really nice little rose effect. So as you can see, this looks really already like a Prima rose. But I like to add one more little embellishment to my flower. And then, sorry guys, that's a hot glue. And then I'm going to really flatten this one almost. So you get something that looks like this, just very flattened flower. And I'm going to take this flower again and add just a tiny little drop of hot glue on there. If you can see the hot glue on there, I don't know if you can. And I like to use hot glue because it dries fast again. And I'm going to place this into the center of my flower. And there you have a little Prima baby rose. And you have an option of really pretty, isn't that beautiful? And you have the option of adding it to the adding some petals on, and you preferably want to use some olive green colored cardstock, but I don't have any olive cardstock with me right now, so I'm just going to use some green colored cardstock. So as you can see, I just have a little bit of green cardstock here, and I'm just going to punch out one of the little leaves using the EK Success Flower Punch. Set these down so you can see them again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that rose that is not doesn't have the backing on it, and I'm going to place a little bit on the back of hot glue, and I'm going to center it into the center of my leaf. And then you're going to have this really pretty Prima inspired rose, and they're so beautiful. And you guys can find detailed pictures of these roses on my blog at scrappyhappiness.com. The link is in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and these can easily be glimmer mist, inked, or watercolored. Thanks so much, you guys, and have a great day. Bye, everyone.